if your PlayStation overheats, if it shuts off mid-game, if the fan screams like a jet during cutscenes, or if you get your PlayStation 5 is too hot, warning randomly. I'm about to walk you through every safe fix that you can try at home. Always make sure that your system is backed up and that you know your logins. This is supposed to help you, but you have to help yourself. I'll tell you what problems you're having that are completely reversible, and what repairs you should be willing to do, but only if you're willing to violate the warranty. But the truth is, a lot of you don't have a lot to lose. Techie Ammo Labs lives in this gray zone with you, where we look for real solutions to real problems, even if it might get us in trouble sometimes. So what's really happening? Well, your PlayStation 5 isn't so much dying as it's just protecting itself. Your console instantly shuts down when the heat spikes too fast. And that's a great thing because that means your console's protecting itself, but it's a bad thing if you find yourself on the wrong end of it. But a spike like this can come from one of three things: dust choking your intake, thermal paste being dried out, or thermal pads failing to transfer the heat properly. All three of these are going to cause your PlayStation 5 to heat up way faster than your fan can cool it. And when this happens to you mid-game, it's almost always dust plus bad heat transfer combined. And when two problems are working against you, that's just no good. Here's some free zero-risk fixes that anybody could try. Step 1. Unplug your PlayStation 5 for 60 seconds. Step 2. Pull it away from the wall or out of any cubby. Step 3. Let's make sure that the PlayStation 5 doesn't have its vent backed up against anything. Step 4. Wipe down your outer vents. Step 5. Place your hand behind your console and just feel the airflow. If your airflow is weak and hot, you've got a blockage. Keep watching. Another free zero-risk fix that you can try right now: pop off the side plates of your console. It doesn't void the warranty or anything. You're gonna do this by gently pulling up and sliding over. Lots of tutorials on how to do this. I'm sure I'll put one up soon. Look at the left dust chamber first. If there's dust packed in there, even a little, that means your intake is choking, and that creates an instant heat spike under load. You'll want to go ahead and brush this out gently. Make sure you're using an ESD safe brush. Never use the vacuum. Gently wipe around the edges. You can use an electric air duster on low and even get into the fan area of the device. Do not blast canned air full pressure into the device though. I know a lot of you guys out here are doing that, and it's not good. Canned air usually pushes dust deeper into the housing and into the unit, and causes people all the time to have to go into deeper repairs. Alright, this next fix is also safe, but it's a little bit more advanced. Always listen to all the steps before you start doing anything, and make sure you have the right tools before you start doing anything. First, clean the fan blades off with a gentle brush. Wipe the inner intake rings. Dust the full fan housing and into it with your electric air duster, but again, only do this on low. Do not touch your fan with a tool while it is spinning. Do not force anything. If it feels wrong, it's probably wrong. Great life advice generally. In my experience, these steps fix 60 to 70% of all the PlayStation issues. And of course, I see more of these than other people because I run a channel dedicated to fixing stuff like your PlayStation 5. But it's really quite obvious. Alright, now for the deeper fixes. A lot of you guys are in this boat, but I want to make something very clear. You should only be willing to try these next steps if you're okay with voiding the warranty, if you're out of warranty, if your unit's just dead and you have no other options, if you took it to a repair shop and they said there's nothing they can do for you. A lot of times, this is when you get the best opportunity to learn this craft. And once you have some of these skills down pat, you become unstoppable in life in a big way. But these steps are more advanced, so proceed with caution. If your PlayStation 5 still overheats after doing those first cleaning steps, and your PlayStation 5 is basically unusable, because let's face it, if you can't jam at the right times, what's the point? The real heat problem is in the heat transfer layer itself. The thermal paste dries out. The thermal pads have compressed over time. When that happens, heat jumps off your APU too fast. Your fan ramps up too late. And your PlayStation 5 triggers its emergency shutdown protocols. That's why a lot of you end up with what appears to be a boot loop. It tries to start, gets too much heat, and dies right out. Now this step is only for people, again, who are out of warranty or don't care about the warranty and want to try something like this out. And hey, it might even work. But it's not dangerous as long as you're careful. But it is more advanced. But we don't gatekeep here, so here's the process. Step 1. Remove the old thermal pads gently with alcohol swabs. Step 2. Apply a small amount of thermal grizzly paste. Not too much though. Step 3. Replace the thermal pads on the VRM and the memory areas. And again, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't. You can always stop at the cleaning stage. This is optional, not required. But for an overheating PlayStation 5, if these other steps don't work, this generally is a big chunk of that 20 to 30% remaining. And some of you may just elect to get a new console. That's completely fine too. And there's many other weird situations that can happen where your fan is defective, or your power supply overheats internally, or the heatsink has compacted dust deeper inside. These are much more uncommon, and you shouldn't assume these are the case unless a complete cleaning and heat transfer process fix stages fail. And by that point, most of us are out of warranty anyways. If you need the save tools to do this properly, only use the save tools. I put together the exact PlayStation 5 repair kit that I use. It has the air duster, the detail brush set, the microfiber cloths, the alcohol wipes and pry tools, the paste and the thermal pads I trust. Everything, it's all in the description. Use it only if you feel comfortable doing these steps. And if you're not, stick to the cleaning. It fixes most of the problems anyways. We've also got repair kits. We're really trying to fix everything we can with your electronics this holiday season. Subscribe if you want real, honest repairs and fixes that don't sugarcoat anything. I'm David G with Techie Ammo Labs, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.